at that. S12 starts today. I came down here, kind of get my mind right, think about what we're doing. And I was thinking this morning as I was getting dressed, I'm not going to lie, got a lot of stuff going on personally, business, etc. And I was kind of allowing myself to feel sorry for myself a little bit. I was kind of allowing myself to get a bad attitude. And something I thought might be valuable to you. If it's not, discard it. But I was telling myself, Mick, it's really freaking easy to set big goals and to do cool shit. It's really easy to do that when there's no pushback, when there's no hardship, when there's no trouble, when there's no hard work, right? It's really easy to be like, I'm going to lose all this weight, or I'm going to get a black belt, or I'm going to become this amazing shooter, or I'm going to get the girl, or I'm going to build this business, whatever. It's really easy to talk about, think about, and even work towards that goal. Really easy until something gets hard, right? Something gets in your way, something knocks you off kilter. And I chuckled because this is the shit that I talk about, read about, think about, share with you about, teach. And then here I am. Make no mistake, anything I talk about, teach about, etc. is something that I've probably fought with myself more than anybody that I know. So I'm not ever suggesting that I have achieved some state of enlightenment or some such shit. But there I'm thinking to myself, now's where character's built, right? Now's where you make the choice to not just force yourself to do what you have to do, but form an attitude that you're not just forcing yourself. You understand. You know, look at this river. Let me change my point. I didn't come down here to even think about this. This thing's been here for eons, most likely. It takes the path of least resistance. It's winding through the forest. This sedimentary rock that these bluffs are made out of is all underneath us. The river finds the softest, weakest rock, and it carves it away, right? It doesn't find the hardest rock and carve through it. It goes around it in the loose, sandy, silty rock. Sorry. It gets eroded away, right? We humans take the path of least resistance. Z talks about this all the time. We take the path of least resistance, and that's pretty normal for humans. It's normal for animals, too. Follow a game trail through the woods. That game trail is the path of least resistance. And there's nothing wrong with that in certain settings. But if you're trying to do something, if you're trying to achieve something, which in this case, happiness, right? Our happiness can't be contingent upon things being perfect. It can't be contingent upon people doing what we want them to do. It can't be contingent upon other people bringing us happiness. It can't be contingent upon a certain amount of money or stuff. Man, if I just had this person, or if this person did this thing, or if I had this thing, or if I had more of this, then I'd be happy. Is that really happiness at all? Or is it just some momentary joy? And therein lies the truth. What are we really training ourselves to protect? Why are we down here at S12 learning combatives and medical and handgun skills, and just as not, if not most importantly, the skills to center ourselves in trouble and make good choices? Do you need to wait until the world's on fire around you to do that? I say no. I say the little things, the little troubles that come to you, relationship bullshit, work bullshit, self-induced bullshit, you use those little things, those little issues to build yourself, right? They're like reps at the gym. One push-up doesn't change you. Thousands of push-ups over time changes you, right? One rep of a movement in jiu-jitsu doesn't change you. Hundreds or thousands of reps done correctly over and over changes you. Putting $1 in the bank doesn't change anything. Putting many dollars slowly over time, you build something, right? I mean, just simple analogies. But rather than come to these spots where we start to think about, shit, I've got this hard thing I have to do, and then we develop a bad attitude, instead, throw that out of the window. And this is what I had to do to myself this morning. So I'm taking my own medicine, and I thought it was valuable enough to share. Understand in that moment where you're starting to feel overwhelmed or shitty or frickin' down or less than, this, in this moment, in this instance, at this time, this is how I build myself. This is a rep. This is a chance, an opportunity to grow. And in that, you develop appreciation for the moment. I don't get to that hard spot if I was this river and get angry about it. I realize this is a moment for me to change, right? That hard thing in our path, oftentimes self-induced, recognize it for what it is, an opportunity for us to develop character, awareness, self-awareness, right? Instead of looking at a problem and saying, somebody did this to me, somebody's trying to screw me, somebody's making my life hard. Instead, we look at it and we say, here's yet another opportunity for me to grow, to live, to thrive, to survive, to become better, to become more adaptable, more capable, more rounded, more apt to come out on a morning like this and just enjoy the solitude and quiet of a place like this, where I'm not thinking about other things. Why are we training? We're training to live. For me, a long, full life. Full does not mean full of fear and worry and unhappiness. I cannot rely on people and things to make me happy. You can't either. People and things are always going to let you down. Unfortunately, we will let people down. That does not mean that we don't try and work to become better. But understanding that when the hardship comes, just like being under the bar, doing a rep, or being on the mat, or whatever analogy works for you, that repetition, a little at a time, done correctly with a good attitude, man, that's where we grow. Shout out to all my S12 compatriots and partners, everybody that's helped build this event. You know who you are. Those of you that have been here, you know what this event's about. Those of you that want to be here but can't, do the stuff on your own, man. Build yourself into somebody that you want to be. It's choices. Everything's a freaking choice, and our attitude directly affects everything. I'm happy to be in this spot right now. Be well. Don't be dickheads. Tell somebody you love them. I'm remembering you this day, Joel. Peace out.